So this will be a video on how to deal with poison ivy or poison oak. You know, working around your yard, this is one of those things that are sort of unavoidable. So, you know, sooner or later you'll encounter your experience with poison ivy, and I can tell you right now, it is not pleasant. I've gotten poison ivy quite a number of times throughout my landscaping work, and you just get a rash all over, and you can't stop itching, and it's awful. So some key things to do to avoid it and to deal with it is I would never recommend going and trying to pull it out, because you're not going to get the full extent of the root system. It's just the root system shoot out all over, and so if you don't get all of it, and there's just a little bit remaining, it'll shoot into a new poison ivy plant. So usually what people recommend for removing poison ivy is just go to the hardware store and find a dedicated spray just to kill it off. Usually what they use is glyphosate-based products like Roundup or other formulations like that. And the reason why they use glyphosate is it permeates or percolates through the entire root system and kills the whole plant, and you don't have to touch it. When you're going through physical eradication, what happens is when you're pulling it out, you get the oil all over your gloves, you get it all over your clothing, and then the oil, it's called urushiol. And it's a strong skin irritant, and what happens is it's similar to motor oil, where you smear it on you. It's very difficult to remove, very difficult to get off you. So even touching with gloves and on your clothing, if the oil gets on you, you can touch it later, and then it can spread the rash, or maybe. You get it on your tools, and then you touch those later with your hands, and then it gets on you. So it's real nasty. Some of the ways, like if you're pulling it out, or if you're working in a space where there's poison ivy. I mean, usually you'll find it has the 3 leaves. The only other mistakable plants might be Virginia creeper, which has 5 leaves, and also raspberry plants, but it has a specific 3-leaf configuration. And so there's the old saying is, leaves of 3, let it be. You don't want to touch it. And so you just want to familiarize yourself with what it looks like. Usually you'll find it's in woodland areas or brush areas, or areas that, haven't really been subject to constant maintenance, but it can really grow anywhere. But the most common places, within overgrown landscape beds and stuff like that. And so what I do is, every time I'm working in an area where there's poison ivy, or I think there's poison ivy, when I'm done, I'll just I get something from CVS. It's called Tecnu, and it's actually sort of like a miracle thing. But after I finish working, it's a oil or something you put on your skin. You rub it in for like 2 minutes, and it removes all the poison ivy oils from your skin, from your hands, and so it just saves you so much pain and misery. I can just remember when I would just be days of constant itching and agony. It's just terrible. And some guys you can get steroids for it. Sometimes they put vinegar on it. But the most effective thing that I found is the tecnu formulation. It has some sort of something in there that eases the itching a little bit. And other times what people will do is they'll put hot water on it, which will soothe the poison ivy temporarily before it starts itching again. But it is quite nasty. But the tecnu stuff was like a miracle formulation, because it just gets it all off you. So I just rub it in my hands, everywhere, and that has basically eliminated any recurrences of the poison ivy. And I'll just always, whenever I'm working in overgrown areas, wear jeans, long sleeve shirt, and I don't recommend pulling it out. It's just asking for misery. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you found that insightful, just to ease some of the pain there. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe. You can stay tuned to our latest videos, and also you can check out the description below. We got some cool stuff down there, and comment down below. I love hearing your comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.